Greg Hennis alongside Steve Silverio. And Steve, how do we start our programs?
Just do the deal.
This is the place to be. It is the all-new Devon Nissan at 459 West Lancaster Avenue, Route 30 in Devon. And Steve, this is officially the holiday season, and I could tell right off the bat that you are absolutely positively in a giving mood today here at the all-new Devon Nissan.
Well, let me tell you something. Let's start off by going, ho, 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 let the bad credit go.
I love it. I love it. Say it again.
Ho, 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 let the bad credit go. Credit amnesty here at Devon Nissan.
Steve, that is big. That speaks to so many people, doesn't it?
Huge. Absolutely huge. Let's face it, a lot of people today, and I hear these stories constantly. I've said this before, 62% of folks today have less than a 600 FICO score in this particular market. I don't know about the whole country, but what I do know is this greater Philadelphia market. So you are of the majority, and again, what we always say here, your credit does not define who you are.
Absolutely. Your credit does not define who you are. And of course, ho, 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 let the bad credit. I love that, Steve. That is fantastic.
Ho, 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 let the bad credit go.
You never know what's going to happen here at the all-new Devon Nissan. So, Steve, credit amnesty is obviously a mainstay. It's a staple. It's a deal changer. It gets many people down the road that, quite frankly, thought we're not going to be able to drive because we've heard no everywhere we go.
Yes, there's no question. We've been in this market now 6 years, like I told you before. We had a store on Roosevelt Boulevard. We've sold over 11,000 cars in that greater Philadelphia market, and we're continuing on here in the Devon market.
Another way, Steve, that you have always given back and you have always said thank you as we kind of lead up to the big promotion is trade amnesty, because there are so many people that are upside down, out of equity, flipped, whatever word you want to use in their trade, and that has prevented them from getting into a vehicle. But the program that you started 6 years ago on the boulevard in the great Northeast and have brought here to the main line is absolutely huge. Trade amnesty.
Trade amnesty, all right? Trade amnesty. And again, it's very simple. You know, a lot of people come in there. Again, I'll go back to the old cars worth $5,000. They owe $18,000. They owe $20,000. They owe $17,000. What we've got to do is sit down, analyze the situation, figure it out with you folks, and try to get you out of that vehicle. We've got cash available, we've got rebates available, and we'll try to package up that car to get it off the slates, get that paid for you, okay, and start a brand new loan and try to keep that payment reasonable for you also.
Well, Steve, in the television business, in the promotion business, you did something at the very beginning of this program that is exactly what you'll see on a lot of the other channels. They tease what is coming. They tease the big thing. They tease the big hook. They tease, why do I keep watching? So, Steve, let me ask you this way. What is cooking here at the all-new Devon Nissan as we say, welcome to the holidays?
Well, first of all, I'm going to start off by saying we have some specials. I can get through them right here and give them to you. We have a 159 Sentra again. We have a 199 Rogue. This time it was 229 last month. This month it's dropped down to 199. It's Christmas. I'm trying to take as much money off these cars as I can, giving as much in rebates. The rebates and cash back has never been bigger since the little time that I've been with Nissan, which has only been a couple years now. This past November 1st was 2 years for me. This is the biggest month that I've seen. They're taking off the gloves. This is the final month of the year, and I figured I'm going to follow suit. If the manufacturer's doing it, I'm right behind them. I'm throwing in my cash. Money talks, and the rest walks. We're going to put together a deal. So we got the 159 Sentra, I got the 199 Rogue, but on top of it all, we still have up to $5,000 cash back on 2 or 3 vehicles, like I told you. I think it's on the Nissan Sentra 18s. We have the 18. I just found out on the Muranos now you've got $5,000 cash back. Actually, you can get up to 6. The Titans are still huge, anywhere from $7,500 to $10,000. But here's the real special. Here's the special of all specials. Watch. It's Christmas. And again, what did I say last week? What do we have very little of coming to Christmas? Cash. What if I told you that your $18,000 or $20,000 car that's worth $5,000, you could trade that car in. I'll pay off that car. And what if I told you, Greg, that you wouldn't have any payments to 2020?
Say that again?
What if I told you that you wouldn't have any payments to 2020?
Are you talking about we're going to make your payments for an entire year? Is that what you're talking about?
Entire year.
Steve, so wait a minute. This is the gift. This is the season of giving, right? The holidays.
That's absolutely.
It's always better to give than to receive. So, Steve, you subscribe to that, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And because I know that this has been a fantastic year, is that the reason why you've decided to make the payments for an entire year until 2020?
2020, and I feel that that'll give you enough time to 2020. That's a long time. That's this
holiday season?
That's this Christmas and next Christmas.
This January?
And well, won't go into next January. Your payment will be due. You'll have
January of 2019. You're not making a payment.
No, you're not making a payment until January of 2020. So you got all this spring.
Wow.
You got all this summer. You got all Labor Day. You got all Halloween. You got Thanksgiving, and you got Christmas next year.
And your summer vacations.
Summer vacations, spring break.
Next year's back to school.
Easter.
It's all covered because we are going to make your payment for an entire year until 2020.
Ho, 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 let the bad credit go. We're making your payments to 2020. Just do the deal. Trade amnesty, credit amnesty. Just do the deal. Large 55-inch 4K smart TV included with the purchase of any new or pre-owned automobile. This holiday season, Steve says, just do the deal.
Mahali, did you hear that? Come on over here. Did you hear that? Did you hear what he just said? Steve just said that he is going to make people's payments until 2020 on a brand new Nissan. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard him.
Have you ever heard of that since you've been working here at the all-new Devon Nissan?
Not once. That's payments for what, a year? Is that a year?
January 2020. 2020.
And what's even better about that, Mahali, is this holiday season, you're out of that other car. You trade it in. If you're upside down in your trade, you're saying goodbye to that, and you're not worried about a payment next Christmas either.
All I'm thinking is vacations all year. That's
How easy does that make it for you to help customers out there, regardless of their situation, knowing that you have a program where they will not make a payment until 2020? Steve, when you talk about not making a payment until 2020, what do you say to that deal?
I'm going to tell you, folks, if you don't come down here and just do the deal.
And Steve, you better hit the gong for that one.
Something's wrong. Something's absolutely wrong.
Mahali, what do you say to that one?
Just do the deal.
Ho, 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 let the bad credit go. We're making your payments to 2020. Just do the deal. Trade amnesty, credit amnesty. Just do the deal. Large 55-inch 4K smart TV included with the purchase of any new or pre-owned automobile. This holiday season, Steve says, just do the deal.
Steve, that is an absolutely fantastic program where you're not going to make a payment until 2020. It is the gift that keeps on giving this holiday season, but it's only through the close of business Saturday. You say to yourself, what's the catch? What's the catch? What's the catch? There's got to be a catch. The only catch is you have to be here between now and the close of business Saturday at the all-new Devon Nissan. Now, Steve, there is something else I want to talk about. Outside, it is amazing. Several months ago, this was not a big part of the business, but it has grown to be a very big part of the business, and that is your pre-owned selection. As I look outside, I see every kind of make and model. I see BMWs. I see Lexus. Huge Infinity selection.
Mercedes.
It's amazing. Steve, talk to us about the pre-owned cars. I mean, obviously, this gives people the opportunity to get these high-line cars at a fraction of the cost. It's big.
Well, here's what I did. We went to what they call an off-lease sale, Alex and I. And this was about 2-3 months ago. And I'm watching these cars, and I'm watching what these cars sold for new, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $48,000. And I'm saying we're buying these cars for anywhere from 50% off to 60% off the original MSRP, and these cars are 18 months to 24 months old.
Big savings.
I said, holy smokes. Now, why wouldn't somebody want to drive, for instance, a Q50, which I believe is $52,000, brand new? And we're selling those cars anywhere from $19,500 to $22,500.
That is very affordable. That's unheard of.
That's almost $30,000 off. $30,000 off the original MSRP.
You can't say no to that one either.
Now, why wouldn't you want to? And listen, you can get the extended warranty with that, so you can get better than a manufacturer's warranty. I can give you bumper to bumper. I can give you oil changes for the length of that also. You can buy what I call a car care package. There's a lot of things you can do to make that car feel in the eyes of yourself And these are low mileage cars. These cars got 15, 18,000 miles. I bought one the other day. It had 1,182 miles, 1,100 miles on it.
Basically a brand new car.
Basically a brand new car.
A great opportunity to get that car that you said, if you had a bucket list, I say, I'd love to have a Mercedes. I'd love to have a BMW, a Lexus, an Infiniti, so many different models. But, those cars brand new are way out of my price range. This brings it into the wheelhouse of so many people. Somebody that has decent, middle-of-the-road credit, maybe is looking for that step-up vehicle and they can't afford the brand new one. This is perfect for them.
Well, watch this. We had sold a gentleman the other day an LS 460 Lexus. That car brand new was $88,000 to $92,000. Gentleman told me he always wanted one. He priced that vehicle at a dealer, and his payment was, I think, $1,600 a month or something like that. He says he could have leased it. I think it was $1,200 or $1,300. All right, and that's with $4,000 or $5,000 down. Well, he ended up buying one that was 16 months old from me. He paid $45,500 for the car.
Wow.
He put $2,000 down to cover his taxes. He financed the whole automobile, and his payments weren't $1,200, weren't $1,500, weren't $1,600. His payments came out to $680 for a $90,000 automobile.
Big opportunity.
And guess what? It was the right color. It was the color that he always wanted. He said, I couldn't believe it. And I had my payment posted right on the car on DevonNissan.com. And he said, Steve, I had to come down and see what the hook was. I said, there's no way that car's $50,000 less 16 months later than when I was looking. I almost bought that car. Ho, 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 let the bad credit go. We're making your payments to 2020. Just do the deal. Trade amnesty, credit amnesty. Just do the deal. Large 55-inch 4K smart TV included with the purchase of any new or pre-owned automobile. This holiday season, Steve says, just do the deal.
Now, there's one more little thing we want to talk about here. Next to us, I know that last weekend was really big here at the dealership. Huge. There were so many people that got helped, so many people that took advantage of your incredible programs. We have a television that we have been including, a 55-inch smart TV. Now, I know you're in the market to give. I know you're doing the no payments until 2020. We're making your payments for an entire year.
Exactly.
And I hate to ask this, but you did say, Greg, we're going to do things to make things happen. So the TVs, are they going to be included along with the credit amnesty and the trade amnesty? Are they still on the table between now and the close of business Saturday?
Let me ask you folks out there. If somebody said to you, we're making payments till 2020, wouldn't that be enough? Besides helping you get financed, besides paying off your trade no matter what you owe? I mean, what else can somebody do? Well, here's what I say. All right? Here's what I'll tell you I'm going to do. This is the least of the cost of anything. All right? These TVs probably run retail $2,000, $2,500. They tell me, some guy was telling me he shopped them on the 55-inch 4K smart TVs. Unless you buy, 3,000 of them like some of these other shoppers around. But if you're buying one here and one there, I'm going to be giving these TVs included in anything that you buy.
Ooh.
Along with, walk out with get the TV and the payments 2020. You're also going to have a gift from me to you besides every month when you get up every month and you look at about the middle of January. My payment's due, honey. No, it ain't. Compliments of Steve. I expect you to text me and say, Steve, thank you very much for this payment.
Merry Christmas all year.
Merry Christmas for January. Then I expect you in February to do it again. Then I expect you again in March to do it again. And I expect you in April to do it again. And then even May, all right? And when you're going on your summer vacation in June and July, Steve, thank you for this wonderful vacation. Send me a snapshot of where you are because you're not making any payments. All you're doing is putting gas in this car, all right? June, July, August. Okay, go back to school. When you're dropping your kids off to school, you're getting them on the bus. Hey, sweetie, here you go. Goodbye, off to school. Steve, thank you very much. I didn't make another payment. You're able to buy them school clothes. And then what's the other months?
Well, you've got all
September,
October, November,
and then Christmas again. Steve, it's been one whole year since I've seen you last. Guess what? You've made 12 payments on the car. Is it the time to now increase the credit rating? You've made 12 payments on time. Compliments of Steve. Guess what? Come on in and trade the car and ask for Alex.
Hey!
Alex will trade you out of the car.
He'll absolutely. Now, Steve, so if you think about this, not only are you taking care of the payments and you're going to put that under the tree this holiday season, but you're also going to put the TV under the tree. That TV is getting full with stuff before you even go out shopping.
All right. And don't forget to pick yourself up a free cup of coffee on the way out. Compliments of Steve also. Cream and sugar right next to the coffee. Ho, ho, ho. Let the bad credit go. We're making your payments to 2020. Just do the deal. Trade amnesty. Credit amnesty. Just do the deal. Large 55-inch 4K smart TV included with the purchase of any new or pre-owned automobile. This holiday season, Steve says, just do the deal.
Matthew Brown, come over here for a minute. Now, Matt, you have been in the car business how many years?
14 years.
How many years?
14 years.
Holy, hey, Alex, do you believe that? Alex, do you believe that 14 years this man's been in the auto industry?
He says he thinks longer.
He does, but he can't remember past that. He's like me. We can't remember what we did yesterday. I don't know how he got 14 years.
So you've been around the business a few years. Fair enough?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of a deal where somebody is going to make your payments not for, 30 days or 60 days, but an entire year? And as you look at the calendar, Matt, it sets up to where you're not going to make a payment this Christmas. You're not going to make a payment all of next year, including next holiday season, the Hanukkah season, the Christmas season, the Kwanzaa season. You're not making a payment until 2020. Have you ever had an opportunity to be around a program like that? Have you ever heard of it? And I bet you the answer is probably never heard of it.
Absolutely not. Never heard of it. Last time Steve mentioned about me trading my car in, I would love to have a Maxima. I'm ready to do this deal myself.
That's how good it is, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What does that do when you look at a customer, Matt? Yes.
You know how good this deal must be?
How good?
I've got to rethink it through. Is there any way we can start all over again? Ask the cameraman. We can just re-roll back because if the
Should we
deal is
stop
that,
it?
if this guy is going to buy a car, that deal must be humongous because let me tell you something. We call him Matt of the main line. Let me tell you something. My man Matt, I'm telling you, he brings his lunch to work. My man Matt probably has the first check I gave him when he started months back. He hasn't even cashed that check. So if Matt's going to buy that car, I'm going to tell you something. This is going to be huge.
Should we stop the camera, Steve, with this deal? Should we stop?
Keep it going. Don't worry. Keep it going.
Yeah. Now, Matt, what does that do to a customer when they hear, you've worked it all out, you've come to the situation, and then they say, not only am I getting the car that I wanted and I needed, but I'm not going to make a payment. Doesn't that just make them so excited and happy?
Well, absolutely. You can save a lot of money. As Steve said, you got a holiday season coming up. You'll have a car. You won't have any payments to make, and that's absolutely fantastic.
20.
So 2000.
All next year. You're not making a payment in 2019. Think about that, folks. 2019 is car payment free.
I'm driving a brand new car, and I haven't made a payment in
all of the
January.
year.
In February. We're going to do it all over again for the calendar. So for some people, a year is a long, long time. That's till January next year. You're riding along, and every month that payment is going out the window, out the window, out the window. You're not making it. I am. That means you're going to owe 12 payments less on your car than when you bought it. That's an additional discount. Would you say that if I'm making the payments for you?
Absolutely. And on top of that, you're getting a 55-inch color television under the Christmas tree.
If he just gave the payments for an entire year, that's spectacular in itself, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely.
With the TV on top of it, hey, that's the icing on the cake.
I've given dozens of TVs already. We have a lot more to go. We just want you to be happy. Our guarantee is your satisfaction, and that's what makes us happy when you come here at Devon Nissan.
I want to ask you a question. Since you've been here at the all-new Devon Nissan, has there been some situations when people presented themselves to you that you said to yourself, there's no way we're going to be able to do this, but then as you talk to Steve, you talk to the team, all of a sudden you found out that it was going to happen? Mm-hmm. Any of those stories you could share with us, Matt?
Well, there was one particular story. It was a gentleman, he had actually a 0 credit score.
Zero credit score?
Our team leader, Alex, got him done. It was just that simple. He had no credit score. We have hundreds of banks, so we're guaranteed to get everybody.
Let me ask you a question. I've been in business a long time like you. Is there anybody any better than Alex on getting the deal done?
I would have to say no. Absolutely.
Wow.
He has relationships with the banks that I've never dreamed of, and I thought I was pretty good at it. He has relationships with the banks. Because keep in mind, we work with our banks. We make sure with our banks on what we're doing. We make sure we take care of the customer on that end. We don't put them out at extraordinary, huge payments. All right, we put them out at reasonable payments that the customer can afford, that the bank's easy to say yes to because it's an affordable payment for what you make. We don't try to cross the line in any way, shape, or form. We got to take care of our banks. We've got to take care of our customers, and the end result is our showroom's full every day. As you can remember, this past month, every day you walked into the store, we're working deals up and down the aisle here. I couldn't believe it.
Even when the weather's not so good.
Even with the weather and everything else, and with interest rates climbing, they're talking about the interest rates going up a point here and a point there. Some manufacturers are backing off, but I'm going to tell you something. We continue to give the huge discounts. We continue to give the cash back that goes to the dealer. We call it dealer cash. I give it to the consumer to make that, what manufacturer is giving $5,000 back? I mean, $2,500 maybe from the manufacturer, but then there's another $2,500 that goes to the dealer. I give them that too. I give them all the money that comes into the house. I give it back to the customer, so it makes it easy for them to buy the car. It makes it easy for the bank to buy the deal. Everybody's happy.
Now, I got to tell you, Matt, great opportunity. If they're looking for a great gift this holiday season and you need some wheels, you need to come down and see Matt and the team. Right, Matt?
Absolutely. Come see me. We'll make it happen.
Anybody, since you've been doing these every week with me, have you had people ask for it?
I just had a gentleman today that came in. He's getting a Murano. He said he remembered me. He asked for me, and he remembered Steve also. So he's leaving happy, and that's the most important thing.
Remember me hanging out with you? I think I'm in pretty good company, don't you folks? You know what I mean? Hey, he asked for Matt, then he said, hey, by the way, is there a guy named Steve working with too?
I want you to help me as soon as he came in.
And he's right. There was a very nice gentleman, local gentleman. He's trading an older car, and he's going home to get his wife now to bring her back, and he's buying a car for the family for Christmas.
I got to tell you, great things happening. Matt, on your way out the door, what does Steve say to all these deals? We're making your payments for an entire year till 2020. What does he say?
Just do the deal.
Steve?
Just do the deal.
And do me a favor, Matt, on your way out the door, hit that gong. Hit that gong.
Come on.
Woo! And Steve, what do you say this holiday season about the bad credit? Ho, ho, ho. Let the bad credit
go! Ho, 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 let the bad credit go. We're making your payments to 2020. Just do the deal. Trade amnesty, credit amnesty. Just do the deal. Large 55-inch 4K smart TV included with the purchase of any new or pre-owned automobile. This holiday season, Steve says, just do the deal.
Folks, we always tell you this program is not scripted. Now, Matt, we've got all the folks here, and we also have Nate. Nate, right over there, is working really hard with the customers. I know he's been outside in the pouring rain helping his customers, isn't he, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nate, I know you are new to the business here at the all-new Devon Nissan. Have you ever heard of a program where you can buy something and the dealership, in this case, is going to make your payment for an entire year? Have you ever heard of anything like that?
No, I have not.
What do you think about that deal?
I think that's an incredible deal.
Do you really think, let's talk candidly, even though we're on camera, let's talk candidly like that. What do you really think? Because you've just gotten in business a couple, 2-3 months ago. By the way, he's doing a fine job. He's at the top of the board this month.
And he's a local guy.
A local guy. Everybody around here knows him, knows of him. If you were outside and you weren't in the car business and you sat and you were listening to this watching this commercial on the TV, what would be your first idea? And give me the straight shot off. Guy's going to make 12. Would you still have to say to yourself that if I'm shopping for a brand new Nissan, do I have to go to Devon Nissan and give Steve a shout? He's going to make the next year's worth of payments.
I mean, I'd have to come in and see.
You have to come. You have to at least come look, right?
Yeah, you can't just not show up to that kind of deal.
You can't. You can't.
And especially when he says the only catch is you've got to be here between now and the close of business Saturday to take advantage of the great opportunity.
There is a time limit. There's no question.
That's the catch.
I can't run this all month. I can't run it for the next year. I would love to, but I can't. I would love this to be instead of just do the deal. Hey, you know us folks. We do your payments. Don't worry about payments. You don't buy a car. Everybody, don't worry. The payments are all made for you.
Just do the payments.
Hey, I'll be out of business.
Can you say that one, Steve? Can you say that one? Just do the payments.
Just do the payments. I'll be out of business in 6 months making all these payments for you folks, but hey, we had a good run, didn't we? 45 years of this. Hey, 11,000 cars in Philadelphia. I'm happy.
And the payments and the TV, Matt, that's the perfect combination this holiday season, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's a great combination.
Nate loves TVs. Nate loves to. Mr. Customer, don't forget to get your TV on the way out, right? Here's Nate.
He reminds him on the way out.
He reminds him on the way out. Don't forget about your flat screen, 55-inch.
It says, you want me to deliver it for you too?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Nate, we know you're working a deal. Thank you so much.
so much.
Happy holidays to you.
Yeah, happy holidays to all you out there.
And what does Steve say?
Just do the deal.
Ho, 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 let the bad credit go. We're making your payments to 2020. Just do the deal. Trade amnesty, credit amnesty. Just do the deal. Large 55-inch 4K smart TV included with the purchase of any new or pre-owned automobile. This holiday season, Steve says, just do the deal.
This is the golden opportunity to help out people that would have normally been able to get an automobile. We talk about the trade amnesty, you talk about the credit amnesty, and I love what you said. Ho, 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 let the bad credit
go.
And one of the ways you could do that, of course, is with our deal on brand new Nissans, where you're going to make the payment for an entire year. That means that you are going to drive in the entire year of 2019 and the remainder of this year, 2018, without making a single payment, because who's going to make the payments?
I am.
And ladies and gentlemen, that means in December of 2018, who's making the payment, Steve?
I am.
January of 2019.
I am.
February.
You are.
March.
I think you are again.
How about April?
I think you're going to share some of this with me. You know what I mean? I can't make them all.
May of 2019.
I am.
June, July, August.
Ho, 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 let me go.
And Steve might even go surfing with you down to the shore.
That's right. This summer vacation, don't forget. Let me go with you. Because by that time, I'll have so many payments made for everybody in Philadelphia, I deserve a vacation.
And of course, September, October, November, December of 2019. Steve, who's making those payments?
I am.
So remember, ladies and gentlemen, Steve is going to make your payment for an entire year until 2020. Come on in. It's on brand new Nissans, cars, trucks. We'll give you the complete rundown. When you come on by and visit Steve, don't forget trade amnesty, credit amnesty, and one of my favorite things right now, if you've just joined us, real quick before we say goodbye, pre-owned cars. If you are looking for a Highline automobile and you know that a brand new one is out of your price range, Steve, special purchases that you've made, they are in everybody's price range, you know, $15,000, $20,000 Highline cars. Amazing.
Absolutely. And go online. You'll see what I mean. Price those cars. I dare anybody to price my cars versus anybody else. I take a special interest in making sure that I'm below market price on all my pre-owned cars. Very few of my cars that you might find out of, I got 140-something cars in stock right now in Devon, Pennsylvania, and you'll find that probably 138 of them are below market. I might have 3 or 4 that are at market, only because of how we had to trade them or how we had to buy them. But it'll be a specialty vehicle that you can't find a lot of. But let me tell you something. There's not a car out there that I haven't priced below everybody else.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, in addition to all those things, we're making your payment for an entire year on a brand new Nissan between now and the close of business Saturday. Credit amnesty, trade amnesty, and don't forget, included with your purchase, a 55-inch smart, college-educated flat screen TV. But remember, it all ends at the end of business Saturday. And Steve, if they have bad credit, what do you say to that?
Ho, 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 let it go.
We'll see you right here at the all-new Devon Nissan. Remember, Steve's making your payments till 2020. Steve, what do you say to that?
Just do the deal.
And see Steve right here at the all-new Devon Nissan. And remember, bad credit?
No credit. Trade amnesty.
We'll see you right here at the all-new Devon Nissan this holiday season. And remember, we're making your payments. Steve's making your payments till 2020.
I liked we're making the payments. Greg and I are making your payments till 2020. And remember, Greg, let's hear from you also. Let's both together just do the deal.